Hello and welcome. Plenty of talking points on this particular video, but the headline should be how Rishabh Pant's unavailability has once again mired the turf for Kuldeep Yadav. And what is the team that we are getting with 24 hours to go? First and foremost, almost everyone, if you see all the experts, everyone including ourselves, analysts, journalists, touring media, everybody was saying that Kuldeep Yadav ought to play in the fifth and final test match. But here comes the issue. Kuldeep Yadav's inclusion means the batting would be a little weakened. Now, that little weakened would have been acceptable or okay with the Indian team had Rishabh Pant been there. Then the top seven was a sure shot top seven. Jaiswal, Rahul, Gill, Pant, Sai, Washington and Jadeja. But without Rishabh Pant, the moment you add Dhruv Jurel to that, Dhruv Jurel is untested in this series. Nobody is doubting his potential and that he has ability is proven in the past. But he has not played a single test match this series and has not played a single test match since Australia. So it has been about 7-8 months. In fact, he last played November. So about 8 months that he has not played a test match. All of a sudden, the batting doesn't have the same strong look with the inclusion of Dhruv Jurel. Now that mires the turf for Kuldeep Yadav. Will India continue with Shardul Thakur, who has a very good record at the Oval? He has not delivered as a fourth bowler yet, but thereafter you have to remember, 11 overs out of 157 clearly shows that the captain does not have the same faith in Shardul Thakur. So will India continue with Shardul Thakur? Will India go with Kuldeep Yadav? Because of the fact that Rishabh Pant is not there, Kuldeep Yadav's turf or inclusion has now once again become problematic. That's news point number one. News point number two. And here's the Jasprit Bumrah point. Jasprit Bumrah not playing at the Oval, chances are he will not. But there is a last minute plan expected between the captain and the coach. Will they convince Jasprit Bumrah? Will they ask him or will he not play? My point is, workload management, yes, but nothing can be set in stone like this and become, it cannot be that you are obstinate about something. Jasprit Bumrah can take a month off. Jasprit Bumrah has bowled one innings in Manchester, one. Jasprit Bumrah has not bowled in Birmingham. Jasprit Bumrah has played one full test match and one innings since 24 June. So effectively, he's skipped Birmingham, he has played Lords and he has bowled one innings in Manchester. So premier bowler, who is fit by the way, by the admission of Gautam Gambhir, by the admission of Sitangshu Kotak, he is fit and available. Now, if we say workload management and you contrast that with one innings in Manchester, you have to ask the question that a series on the line, a match on the line, WTC points on the line, your premier bowler, who England fears, the world fears, and he will not play at the Oval. So at this point, that's what the update is. The team that looks likely, Yashasvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul, Sai Sudarshan, Shubman Gill, Washington Sundar 5, Ravindra Jadeja 6, Dhruv Jurel 7. Here, Arshdeep, by the way, is fit, and that is another update. Great update for India. Arshdeep is not. The webbing is still a problem, and if there is another injury at that same spot, the webbing is still a problem. So Arshdeep getting his debut looks highly unlikely. So Arshdeep at 8. 9 is the question, Shardul Thakur or Kuldeep Yadav. At this point looks Shardul Thakur, and then 10 and 11 are, yes, Mohammad Siraj for sure, and in the unavailability of Jasprit Bumrah, it could be Prasidh Krishna. So that's the call. That's the call. No Arshdeep, Arshdeep together. Prasidh could make it back with Arshdeep's webbing still an issue. That's the team we are getting now. Things might change if Bumrah gets convinced. Things might change in the next 12 hours. We'll keep you updated, but Pant's availability has once again mired it for Kuldeep Yadav.